a climax. That's,
No,
this guy just
it's-
the saxophone just.
Dude, you just
climax.
get help whining. He's got like
Yeah.
help whining. You sound good when you're begging like a little bitch.
Yeah, this is true.
You know, when I do that, I sound horrible.
Right.
Please, hey,
Please.
Oh, you sound pathetic.
Please.
Get out of here.
You be a man.
That's right. You be a man like Otis Redding. Can't you beg like Otis Redding?
Right.
As a baby's bosom.
Huh?
Takes forever to post.
Really?
Yeah.
Wi-Fi around here has been bugging out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey Google, stop playing. Stop playing with us, Kirsty. First time didn't know what the box was. Second time didn't know what the box did. Are you playing games, Kirsty? Hellraiser. You remember that?
No, I do remember that.
Oh, it was a great movie. Except for when they got old, like they started doing like.
As it gets older, it becomes like you gotta like topple the next one, so you end up, getting a little bit more.
I mean, they just kept remaking them like 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
and making.
Yeah.
Oh, you just posted.
It's like the same shit.
Yeah, they just kept. I mean, how many times is this guy gonna just keep? I get it, Pinhead. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You're gonna be a pain in the ass now.
Yeah. And then they made it like, oh, let me show you how Pinhead was created, and he was tortured, and
He was tortured, and he all the goddess of pleasure and pain.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Pinhead. Jesus Christ, fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, pain in the ass is
I'm
right.
trying to watch a movie.
Good morning. Good
Hey,
afternoon.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Two Bros Podcast, episode 65.
That's a big dot.
That's a big dot. How are
Splatter
you, sir?
dot.
Splatter dot.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Just came back from the movies.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, came back from the movies.
Seen?
Saw Dark Phoenix.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Did you see Ma?
I did see Ma. Saw Ma yesterday.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
you've been on a.
Me and the wife, man.
Nice.
We got some babysitters and said, let's go. We gotta catch up on these movies.
Okay, I don't spoil it for me.
Okay.
Because we're gonna go.
Which
see
one,
it.
Ma?
Yeah.
Ma's good.
Okay, great.
You'll enjoy it.
We're gonna go see that. So pray tell about the Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix was good. It's good. It's kind of campy,
Okay.
you know.
I don't know what that means. Can't be.
Well, it's the action in itself is relatively simple.
Yes.
You know, it's the story is is the same old story.
Phoenix is the
You know,
most
it's
omnipotent.
it's like
mutant.
her choice between satisfying herself or satisfying her friends or her family and making allegiances as to who your family is, do they understand you, and all this other stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, I think true X-Men fans will be a little upset
Okay.
because it skips a lot in what people who are X-Men fans know of the Phoenix character.
Now, someone told me that Halle Berry was back in this one.
No.
That's what I'm trying to explain to my friend's wife, who I had the pleasure of riding in the back seat, which is a marvelous thing to do on a trip when you don't have to drive.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. I'm like,
It's amazing. Wow, I gotta do this more.
Yeah, I can sit and Google shit. And,
Say, dude, Google,
Right.
just relax, complain about
Yeah.
it. Hey, you is it that exit? What?
Oh no, I don't backseat quarterback drive. Like I just let you do what you do. I just wait for us to go. Oh,
Just let me. That's right. Just let me know.
Right. But yeah, so you said it was kind of they missed some stuff, and I knew she was wrong, but I just kept explaining to her like, yo, she's been gone from the series.
Been gone. Yes.
And I remember they replaced her with a younger girl.
Yes.
And then she's been the new Storm.
Yes.
And with the bald sideburns.
Yeah,
and
short hair
Short
and-
hair,
yeah.
kind of, yeah.
So like the newer Storm, once again, if you follow the comic books, you know Storm went through this transformation where she went through this thing. She had a mohawk.
Yeah.
At the end, that doesn't give her the mohawk, but
No.
short hair. Everybody's younger.
Right.
Everybody's looks like a model, that type of thing.
Okay.
Well,
So my whole thing was I wasn't so excited about it because Phoenix to me was always with the Super Saiyan power, like I'm just so angry,
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
make you explode, like
Right.
Scanners or some shit like that. Which I'd rather watch Scanners than watch just someone just look at me and huff and puff
Like,
and just
right, be mad at me. Yeah.
and your veins start popping out
Yeah.
and crazy stuff. I don't like that. I mean, I don't get a kick out of it unless the story is enough to make it
to make you
like Carrie.
Yes.
That's a nice fucking schizophrenic fucking power. What do you
Yes.
call it? What's the telekinesis?
What with telekinesis and she's
But that's funny because that's a good power. Like she doesn't know she has it. She's learning it and
she's learning it
and being punked gets her make it comes out.
says fuck it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like shit like that.
There's a little bit of that.
There's a
little bit
okay.
of that here.
Okay,
There's
I'm
a
not
little bit
excited
of
to
that
see it. I just
I would have to say of the 4 movies, I saw 4 movies over the last 2 weeks.
wow.
I would put Dark Phoenix on the bottom end of those 4.
I see.
On the bottom, and shamefully so, very low
Wow.
on the bottom.
Okay.
So I saw
that is my expectation.
I
as well.
Endgamed, loved Endgame.
Dope.
John Wick, loved John
Didn't
Wick.
see that. I got to see that.
Loved John
I
Wick.
was gonna go by myself the other day.
You should. I did.
I know.
I did because the
When
wife
you
had no
took-
interest in seeing it. I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going.
When you told me you went by yourself, I said, "Yeah, I should go."
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking go see John Wick.
Ma was good. It looked like the thing about Ma is it takes you on this little ride, and then you think you know what this movie's gonna be about.
Okay, so don't say no more, because that's exactly what I was saying. I said it looks too good to be true. There must be
Right.
a twist. There must
Right.
be some sort of a.
It
Okay.
turns up, and maybe if I'm not telling you about the story, but
No.
let me just say it looks like it's about to be corny, but it's not.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so just be there are times in which you're gonna say,
Can't get this back.
be patient.
Okay.
Be patient. You will get rewarded. You will get rewarded for your patience, and I think you will become if you're not already, a huge Octavia Spencer fan.
Nice. Well, kudos to her. I always like seeing her and Rose.
Yeah.
As we said, from Bad Santa all the way to.
That's all I can think about. All I can think about is her and Bad Santa.
And no one remembers that when I talk to people. I mean, I guess you guys are not as movie enthusiasts as we
And
are.
Bad Santa and what was the other one? The Steve Carell one she was in. The guy who
40-Year-Old Virgin?
no, not 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Steve Carell.
Dinner for Losers. Dinner for Schmucks.
I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No.
She was in that as well.
Oh, okay.
She has a little bit part towards the end of that as well.
I couldn't shit for weeks.
Yeah, that's all I can think about.
Yeah. In a hooker dress and a wig and, wow, so very interesting. How about you catching any of the excitement in the finals, in the NBA finals?
Very interesting. Listen, I was one of those people who at the beginning, I said, this is over.
Yep.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is over.
Yeah.
Let's hand Golden State their next
Just make it a
their
dynasty.
next thing.
Yeah. And I am enthralled. I'm not a fan of neither team.
Right.
Always like the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always appreciative of the underdog, and I like the humble pie. I mean, I just love Kawhi Leonard's humbleness.
He just goes out and
Plays basketball.
basketball
Right.
and demonstrates to you, and you kind of forget sometimes with all the names that get touted throughout the course of the league and the guys who like grab headlines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's always a couple guys who, when you see them, you go, oh, this dude's about as bad as anybody else on the fucking
Right.
in the
How
league.
did we forget him?
Right? How'd we forget him?
How'd we forget him?
Because he goes about, like you said, and does his job. I caught like a bit of a couple of games, and a couple things I noticed. Number one, somebody got to stop somebody from scoring. Like,
Yeah.
Toronto can just does what they want to do,
These fucking guys just.
and nobody has anything to say about it.
I just think they shoot too much. I'm tired.
Who, Toronto?
Of every team.
Or every team, yeah.
It's fucking
It's
fire
a
away.
shooter. Yeah, it's a shoot.
Bomb,
It's a
bomb,
shot.
bomb, bomb.
Yeah.
airball, shoot. Like, wow, what the fuck? You
But
make
there's like no like
Yeah.
there's like no
no defense.
impedance
No
in their
defense.
thing. I think they really, as much as Kevin Durant is the best player on the team, I think they really miss Klay Thompson.
Of course.
I think they
100%.
really miss Klay Thompson because I think they forgot how complete of a ball player he is. And I don't know about you, Derek Cousins looks like a bum.
Oh, Boogie?
Boogie Cousins looks like a bum. He looks like he does not belong on that court. Like he doesn't
Did it fit the
mix with
uniform?
that team.
Yeah. I can
With
see
that
what you're
team,
saying.
he just doesn't mix.
I mean, yes, I agree with that concept that he just doesn't. He looks out of place. It's
He's
like,
out of place.
Look at
He's
him
just-
in that jersey.
Right, exactly.
Where'd
And
you
it's
get
like,
that jersey from?
wait, what are you doing? What are you doing over there?
Right.
Why, how would you? Wait a minute.
He's on the wrong team.
Yeah, it just.
Yeah, I would say that. When he came there, I didn't think it was a good
It
fit.
just doesn't seem right.
I thought it was okay. Wow, they really stacked the deck and got him for cheap, and that was the back office playing basketball. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was like the GMs and stuff
Yeah.
doing like, fuck, he's
Right.
cheap. He's gonna be okay.
He's cheap. He's going to be
Right.
around, and you know you can. He's going to be around a while to get over his injury, so you know you have time with him and stuff.
But man, how they are shitting on Klay Thompson. You know, when you talk about humbleness and you talk about guys that are like really like one of the key guys, they don't give Klay shit. They don't give him the credit. They
don't give
didn't
him the-
even give him the nomination of the first NBA team. You know, so that takes him out of.
Well, but who would you put in? Who would you take off that first NBA team?
Oh, I'd have to look at the list, but
Okay.
just knowing that he didn't make it, I was upset.
Yeah.
Only because what it does is it stops you. From what I understand, it stops you from making the max contract. Like,
Maybe I don't know.
yes, so
But
you
could be
have
right.
to be on that list to get max
For
money.
first team NBA, you can get
you
max
can
money.
get the max. You can get the max deal. I don't know if it stops you from getting it. I just think it doesn't.
Doesn't put you in that
It
bracket.
doesn't put you in
and
that
then-
bracket. And I think that's a plot. That they're like, yeah, all right, you need to stay here one more time. You know, stay. I don't know. I don't think people are that. Ooh,
That's a-
masterminded.
Yeah, that's really, you know, it's one of those like,
Yeah.
like then that means everybody's in on it.
Right.
It's like no,
Right.
I don't
Right.
think
Well,
so.
this is what my son says. He was like that. I get what you're saying. It makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
but people just aren't that clever to coerce. Like there's
Right.
the coercement. The act of doing it all together has to.
That's
be
a lot
flawed.
of- that's a lot of
It's
shit.
a lot of.
That's a
people
lot
can't
of-
get fucking buses to run straight
right,
on time.
right.
Hey!
Right. The dude that
8:40
sells hot dogs can't get here.
Right. So I get it. I mean, that's a conspiracy theorist's worst problem is that the as much as it makes sense, it's just harder to do it that way.
Exactly.
It's so hard.
Exactly. And when you as you know human nature,
Yeah.
you can't have that many pegs in a machine without one of those pegs going, doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Say fuck all this.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. This is what crumbles every conspiracy theorist. You know, it's like, dude, whatever company that is should be running the fucking world anyway. You know what I'm saying? If they can do that,
You can do all
if you
that.
can do all that,
Then I'm powerless. So
Right.
go ahead,
Right.
do what you want.
so you guys are gonna doing it.
That's
You're
right.
doing it anyway. So what the fuck do
Your
I
guy
care?
that says, "Hey,
Yeah.
from now on, everybody's taking horses and carriages to work tomorrow." Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Today's color is Wizard of Oz. So today's color is red. Richard Pryor.
And Toronto has no pressure on them whatsoever.
Yeah.
In the
But boy,
beginning of this series, they had no,
yeah.
just not like everybody wrote them off.
Yeah, they weren't like the projected team.
So it was
They
like,
were-
just, okay,
It
so
was
just-
like it was the Pelican. I mean, it was what's this guy? Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Antetokounmpo.
he was. Yeah.
It was premiered to be like it. It
Yeah,
was like
right.
this is his year. Him versus Steph.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't go that way.
So no plans. So they had no. So all you do is just go out there and play ball and
I think-
play relaxed.
Yeah.
If Toronto would have went down 0-4,
Right.
I don't think anybody would have been surprised, and nobody would have like looked at that team and said that team is any less than the team that we thought
Right.
that they were.
Right. They're gonna rebuild, get back. You know what I'm saying? That's like oh shit, they got close like that.
Yeah.
That's like
Exactly.
oh shit, you went up
They,
against the
they,
defending
right. They
champs.
go home and they get a pat on the back
Right.
and everything like that. Now they're a step away from winning the championship.
Right.
You know, and I'm personally tired of seeing Drake all over the fucking place. Hey,
Yeah.
dude, I know this is your team and you
It's your
relax, but
town.
just relax.
Yeah.
Is he an investor in the?
I don't think so. I think he's what
just
they
a
call
super
an
fan.
ambassador. Yeah, super fan and
Super fan.
ambassador. They've given him some sort of. And he did put some something with the Jurassic Park thing. He donated some money or something.
Oh, for a park that they're building.
It's not real. It's just an area they quarter. It's like the Times Square. Like it's like an
Oh,
area.
in the arena.
Outside.
Okay.
It's outside. He put a jumbotron or something.
Okay.
Like, I think he paid for a jumbotron.
Hope he pays for his ticket.
Yeah.
I just hope he pays for his ticket.
I hope he pays a good top dollar. I mean, he's get good seats. He's fucking.
Well, if that's, I mean, because you get to a point where, like, if you are that
Yeah.
famous and you're that fanatical, you know,
You
the
should
Toronto Raptors will give you a seat.
Yeah.
They'll
it's
make
true.
sure you have a seat.
Yeah.
If you make sure you're going to be promote the
If
team.
you, right, if you're useful.
You know,
I mean,
I would just hope that the dude can
I think he's got it.
spend the money
Yeah,
and
invest.
get your seats, just, you know,
Yeah.
and at that point be just like everybody else.
I think
Spend
he
the
is.
money
I
for the
think.
seat. I mean, I don't know if he does or doesn't, but
I think he's no different than our Spike Lee. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like super fan.
Yeah.
Sits in the front. You know, he can.
he
trick
got
the
his
players.
tickets. He got his tickets the day after they drafted Patrick Ewing.
Yeah,
That's what Spike
I
Lee
remember. I
got
saw the special.
He got his, and he said he worked his way down.
Yep. Just kept moving
just
down.
kept moving down, kept
getting better
moving
seats.
down.
Which is, you know, hey, that's
Hey, props.
yeah, super dope props.
Props. What are you supposed to? What's you supposed to do it?
Speaking of owner investors, what about the owner or minority owner pushing Kyle Lowry? Did you see
That's
that?
bullshit. That's well, I think they suspended him for a year, right?
$500,000,
Mhm.
500,000,
Okay.
and a year. Now this is an NBA suspension, so this is no matter what he can't go to.
So he can't go
it's
to
not-
any game.
He can't go to any.
Not even
NBA
a Golden State War. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Because you don't have the. I mean, come on. There's one thing about being a super fan, like
Right.
you said, but there's one thing to touch a play.
There's a line that you don't cross.
Super line, and you're not even. I don't even think he has that much money in the team. Like $500,000. Like what?
Like his name's on something.
Right. Like
His name's on a check.
I think I remember when Usher's a minority owner in the Cleveland Cavaliers,
Mhm.
and I remember seeing a show or something. I could be wrong. He was like, it was $100,000 he put in.
Yeah.
You know, and he,
Whatever that is broke.
it's broken, and in thousands of pieces.
That's right.
God damn it!
It's like, don't come up here
Right.
and make sure
Without
you wear
no
your
shoe-
shoes.
Right. Without no shoes on.
Yeah, no, guys getting. I mean, when Jay-Z was part of the Nets, he
Yeah.
was like point something of 1%, ownership. And
But it's not a lot. I don't think he has $500,000. That's what I'm saying. Like the fine is, I don't know about you. That's a half a brick, man. That's a lot of.
that's a
fucking
lot of money. That's a lot of money.
And what is the NBA gonna do with it? And I started thinking about it, and I was like, well, maybe they'll have, knowing Silver, Adam Silver, the way he's, been doing things, which I think he's been doing a fantastic job at the
Adam
NBA.
Silver?
Yeah, but more than I don't know if I'm older and I know more about the business than I did before with David Stern.
Mhm.
I didn't know what the fucking commissioner did. But when you see he will probably take that money and be like, well, we got a $500,000 budget to create owner-player sensitivity courses, and
Yeah.
and have a director of rules and regulations and stuff. You got a $500,000. They just
Well, yeah, but then I mean, the example you gave is kind of.
well, I'm saying he would do something like
He
that.
could do something like
That's
that.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm saying he's the type of caliber that he would turn around and take that $500,000. Like where it doesn't, it doesn't.
He does seem to have a mindset of connecting fan player
Yeah.
ownership.
Yeah.
He like make sure that triangle is an equal
Right.
triangle, or as much as it can be.
Yeah, or as much as we see. I mean,
Right.
as much as we see. So I
Right.
think he's definitely crafty.
I mean, commissioners work for owners,
Yes.
essentially. I mean, essentially that's what they do. They work for owners.
Yeah, you got to work for the owner of every team.
Right. You got to make sure
know
the
what I'm
owner makes money.
Yeah.
And so and people don't like hearing that. People are like, oh, the owners are the owners. Okay, well, you need a guy worth a couple $100 million,
Yeah.
so that you can get your $20 million.
saying? Yes.
That has to happen.
It just has to happen. That's
That's-
just the
that's-
hierarchy of
That's
business.
basic economics,
True. True.
Like if
indeed.
your son wants $20, I gotta have $100. I gotta bring in 100 to give you 20.
This is true.
So don't hate on me for getting my 100.
Right.
If you want the 20.
Right. Huh. Very interesting. But yeah, there is a line that should not be crossed, and I think.
Yeah. And this dude crossed it.
I think he crossed it.
And props for them being quick and just
Yeah.
saying, hey, you're done for the year.
Yeah.
Just go, go away.
Well, I'm wondering since the season's over so I thought that it was okay. You banned from playing games at the Golden State,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, oh, they're not playing at this stadium anymore. So that's the last game.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
will be if could
No,
be.
it goes back to Golden State, right?
It goes back to Toronto.
Oh, Toronto's got the home. Okay.
Toronto was home court advantage. Yeah, it goes back to Toronto, and unless they force a game 7, it
Okay,
doesn't go
okay.
back. So, which is pretty hard to do.
That will
It
be.
will be pretty hard for them to do.
It will be hard to do, and that will be a tremendous. But if you're like nobody plans for this,
Yeah.
but the league would love that.
100%.
The league would
I
love,
would love it.
a game
The fans
7
would love it.
because it becomes a ratings. It becomes a huge ratings booster.
It's huge. It's
It
money.
becomes
It's
huge
right.
advertising
Sure.
dollars. Everybody who has nothing to do with basketball all year long
Yeah.
will all of a sudden be fans of basketball for a day.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I love it. The longer I can get out of it, because when it's over, I don't have anything else to watch. It's just TV's just horrible. Even though, like, I'm not I'm not a fan, like a fanatic. Oh, I have
Right.
to watch, but I can't get home. I got to get home and watch the game.
Right.
I like it when it's on.
Right.
This is on. Oh, great.
Right.
So if there's a flip around the channel, all right, Golden State plays the Lakers or whatever.
To hear the squeak.
I'll watch it. Yeah. Yeah. Squeaky sneaks.
Squeaky sneaks.
Funny. So you liked Ma?
I love Ma.
Okay, good.
I think if you look at the 4,
There was a movie that was like that with the slow creep and
I'm trying to see where I would put these movies. I don't think it really matters.
what do you mean?
Like if I'm going to rank them, if I'm
So
gonna
what are
rank
the
those
4? You said
the 4: Endgame, Ma, John Wick 3, and
Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix, okay.
Dark Phoenix is on the bottom end of that.
Really? Yeah.
It's on the bottom end of that. And then there's going to be a couple movies in the future which I don't care to see. That the wife's going to go like I really don't care about Aladdin.
I wanted to
Like
see it.
my wife wants to see.
I
that.
wanted to see it only just to see it, like just to.
just to see what is this thing
Yeah.
that happened here.
Well, I just want to see Will Smith, like what his stage now, like what is
Yeah.
he doing now? Because I didn't like that. What was that last thing? There was a Netflix special, Bright.
Right? Yeah.
I didn't like that.
I saw like a bit. I was like, I
Fairies?
looked at it and then I was.
I mean, fairies flying around like fucking flies, like right? It's like, oh, get over, get over. I mean, that freaked me out a little bit. I mean,
He's got a new movie coming out.
who
Will Smith.
does he?
Yeah, it's a freaky thing in which he is now like they cloned him, and he has to kill himself.
Oh yes, I did see this in the
Yeah.
in the previews of
Yeah.
of Us when I saw Us. So, I was trying to find this Tiffany Haddish,
Oh, the kitchen,
The Kitchen.
the Tiffany Haddish movie
Yeah.
with her, Melissa McCarthy.
No, is that a new one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, I was referring to one that is an older one with the damn. I don't know what I'm doing.
Tiffany Haddish movie.
Drunk. Yeah, it was a Tiffany Haddish movie. What's the goofy guy? Damn, I'm just short on fucking names now. The goofy new guy.
TV or movies?
Movie.
Okay. Kevin Hart.
No, white guy. He looks like fucking. He looks like. Oh man, I'm just drawing a blank now. I'll find it. Yeah.
Google Tiffany Haddish and goofy white guy and see what comes up.
Hey Google, what's the movie with Tiffany Haddish and the crazy white guy? Let's see if she.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh fuck! You don't understand slang?
Maybe try again, or I can help you with something else.
What was the last Tiffany Haddish movie?
Tiffany Haddish's movies include Night School, Girls Trip, and 22 others.
22 others, man. That's a lot of money. How much money is Tiffany Haddish worth?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh.
But I found something related. Do you want to know what is Tiffany Haddish net worth?
Yes.
According to WealthyGorilla.com,
Wealthy girl.
as of 2019, Tiffany Haddish's net worth is estimated to be $4 million.
It's not a lot.
Thank you, Google. It's not a lot of money.
You're welcome.
Now I don't have that
No,
much money,
no.
so I, you know,
It's a lot.
Who the fuck am I? So
Right. It's a lot for nothing. But yeah, no, she busts her ass though. She works.
no,
hard.
she does. She's hustling.
She's hustling and
She's hustling, and I think her voice is on every goddamn commercial.
Yeah.
That every time I watch TV, I hear Tiffany Haddish's voice.
Yeah.
Pimping something.
and every cartoon now has her voice.
Oh, she doesn't go
She's
in
done
cartoons.
A ton of cartoons. She's like in Pets and all that. You know.
She's
Like
working,
in
man.
Pets.
Can't
Yeah.
hate somebody for hustling
No,
and working.
absolutely. I do get a little tired of the ghetto antics. Like she does it a lot. Like,
It's getting to be like her thing, and
Yeah.
you'd like to see her like do. Okay, can something? Is there another aspect of you that
like,
I'd
right.
like to know? So
Right.
I'm
you
sure
play
you're
something
more. I'm
different?
sure you're more than that. So
I'm sure that's easy to play. Like it's like okay, that's easy for you to do the little gum snack.
Mm-hmm.
The stereotypical, which everyone jokes on, and it's like she does that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like oh
Yeah.
my god, here she is again.
yeah.
Fucking antics. No, the movie I'm referring to, I just can't think of it right now. Was a cover with her and she had a white husband,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a turkey on the cover of the box. I mean the movie,
Okay.
the ad or whatever.
Okay.
And I just, for whatever reason I can't remember the name of it.
Well, it's one of the 22 other movies.
I know. It starts off super slow. It's like where are they going with this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all about signing over your rights to like a Patriot Act. Oh, maybe it is the Patriot something like that.
Okay.
So it starts off really weird, like
Comedy.
black dramedy, like you know,
okay.
comedy. Like, wait, this is funny. Wait, that's not really funny. Like, you're sure, not sure. Like,
Uh-huh.
and it goes the whole time, and you go, wait, whoa,
Yeah,
wait,
is that
what?
funny?
Wait, no, you just smacked this guy in the face, and he's bleeding now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's going on? And the Chinese guy from Harold and Kumar's in it.
Okay.
Roldy. It's fucking badass.
Okay.
It's a dope movie, and I'm sorry I can't remember it. I'm a little hungover, but it just goes dry for a little while,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, wait, what's going on? And the husband is basically like, dude, I'm see the guy I want to reference him to is a guy in my industry, and you wouldn't know him, so
Okay.
I would, you know, I'm like, yeah, it looks like Rick, you know, but
Okay.
you don't
I
know
don't know who Rick is.
Right.
So who the fuck is Rick?
Right. I'll find that he's got a chip, like a gap in his
gap?
tooth. Yeah, he's like an Alfred E. Newman looking kind of guy.
Okay. I doesn't ring a bell for me.
He's
for
not.
anything.
He's new on the scene. He's got a funny fucking name. That's why. He's
Okay.
got a really funny fucking name. You want to get in on some of this? Men in Black. He's got a real funny name, but he's been around since like The Breakfast Club and shit like that, like old
Okay.
school movies. He's been.
All right.
I just saw him in something old, and I was like, wow, you in this shit?
You've been around for this.
Yeah,
long?
he's been around and just not popping up on the scene like he just hit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the guy's supposed to sign over this like a information act thing, and everybody's like, "Well, if you got nothing to hide, then sign it," you know. And he was like, "No, fuck that," you know, like we shouldn't sign it, babe. And his wife is like, "Look, you know, it's not that serious. You should sign it. You know, it's just the way of the world. Like,
Right.
get with it." And he's like, "No, are you guys crazy? Like, you're giving away your freedom. You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that." All of a sudden, fucking 2 cops come to the house, and it was like, "Yo, man, I heard you're not signing." And he's like, "And fuck you," like, and they was like, "You gotta come with us," you know. So he's like, "No, I'm not coming," and boom, just punches him in his face. Sign the fucking papers, man. And it gets dark really quick.
Wow.
And it's like, and Harold, Harold, he's like, "Dude, chill out, man. You're a little overkill." You know, he was like, "No, fuck that. He's got to comply. I'm an officer." And he's like, "Yo, you're in my fucking house. Like, what the fuck?"
Right.
You know, and it spins very dark. It gets very dark.
Okay.
Tasers, and it's funny. Then it gets dark, and then it's that, oh shit, what the hell just happened?
We like it sounds funny, and it sounds interesting, but then if you transpose that to like what happened, so like picture that happening to you in your house.
Oh, 100%. Like
You know?
that. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what made it so interesting to me, because I'm like, yo, at what point are you prepared to fight for your freedom? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's easy to thumb thug it. It's easy to post it.
Yes.
Yeah, you should have all these rights. But when motherfuckers come to your door,
Right.
if you don't got a rifle in the closet
Right.
and know how to use it, you're dead.
Right.
You're gonna comply.
Which is your constitutional right
Correct.
to have, and
Which is what it's for.
Which is what it's for. It's for to protect yourself primarily
Tyranny.
from a tyrannical
Government.
government. So if the police, I always try to point this NRA supporters and stuff like that, which I'm not against. I'm a Second Amendment dude, so everybody should have their right to a firearm because it's your right to own a firearm. But
Yeah.
are you willing to support? Let's say there is a community that is being pretty much overrun by the police.
Yeah.
Like the police are
Like
pretty
the
much in
Bronx,
charge
yes.
in charge of this community.
Police state. Yep.
And to protect your property, you arm yourself and you make a decision, and you and other people in your community make a decision that, you know what, the police are not going to take over this community. We are going to defend ourselves
fight
against
back.
this tyrannical police. The police are the government.
Yes.
They are paid by U.S. tax dollars. They're paid by county tax dollars. And you have a constitutional right to defend yourself against that.
The oath.
Okay.
That's what it's called. The oath. With this guy, Ike Barinholtz.
Oh, yeah, Irish guy.
Irish, yeah.
Irish guy,
Funny
yes.
looking. Funny little fella.
Yeah, yes.
Funny little fella, this guy.
Oh, no,
Wait.
he's not the Irish guy, no. He's the guy
Byron
that's-
Holtz.
I
That's his
just, not as, he's not an Irish guy.
He looks
Yes.
Irish.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
would we support that? Would we support a community of people who said these cops are overstepping their bounds
Mm-hmm.
and we are going to protect ourselves, and when a cop decides that they're going to come into my apartment unannounced, pow pow pow,
Right. Well,
Would-
support how? I mean, like, so there's, again...
would the NRA support that? Would you
Oh,
would
oh.
the NRA support
good question.
a citizen saying, "Hey, wait a minute. These police came in here without a warrant, ran through my shit. I
Yep.
pulled out my gun and I shot these 2 police officers."
Yes.
So, will the NRA support that?
Mm.
And that's always going to be the question, because it's going to be, it's always going to be man shot police officer.
Well,
You know.
this is the story of Tupac Shakur. I mean,
How's that the story of Tupac Shakur?
he shot 2 cops. The 2 cops came after him. They were on a hit squad or whatever. They were with some crazy. They were working off duty. They were cops. They were police officers, but they were hired by some guys, like some security guys or whatever else. He saw them coming, and he it looked funny, and he told some other people like, "Yo, y'all get out of here," or whatever else. And they was like, "Yo, you owe some money, or like you're trying to extort them or whatever."
They
else.
weren't acting as police officers.
No.
They were, okay. It turned out they were
right.
police officers.
And
Right.
then they said, "We're police." Then they identified themselves as cops. After he shot him, though.
Right.
He had already shot him. He
Right.
shot one guy in the ass and the other guy in the stomach or something. And the guy was like, "We're cops."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Too late, motherfucker. You should have said that
You
first."
should have showed up in your uniform.
Right. So, and he won that case.
Yeah.
He was acquitted of those charges of shooting a police officer, because... So the justice system does work in some cases.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it has worked. It has worked in some cases, but you got to be. But it's.
But I like what you said. That's
You gotta make it work.
You gotta make it
You gotta
work.
make it work.
You gotta be
and,
prepared to fight.
Tupac can hire a great lawyer.
Well, he also has the big mouth. I mean, he has a huge platform.
He had a platform,
had a platform,
right?
so
there's
he
a lot
could
of
make a
attention.
record about it. He could make a
So
song.
there's
He
a
could,
lot of attention on it. Yeah.
so,
But I'd be curious if the
Let's ask
NRA
them.
would ever support that. Would you support if a community believed that they are being overrun by police, and if they
Yeah.
decided to defend themselves, and they said, look, these dudes come in here whenever they want, they walk
Right.
in with it, which communities have done in the past.
well, this is the Black Panthers, no? I mean, this is like
Part of the
some-
what the
similar.
Black Panther felt was happening, like
Right.
you said, areas in the South Bronx, when the South Bronx was
Yeah.
burning to the ground.
Yeah.
That's what people felt. And in the 40s and 50s, law enforcement had the right to walk into your home
establishment, your
without-
business, your
right.
home. We're commandeered this. We're police officers. We do what the fuck I want.
Right.
Did you see the When They See Us?
Did I see it? No, I did not see
No,
it.
see it.
I'm not
you
going
know
to
of
see
it?
it. Yeah, I know it.
No, okay.
Not going to see it.
Not gonna see it.
No.
Because why? You've heard
Number
the
one,
story.
I know the story.
Yeah. Okay.
Because grew up around in that
Right.
time. And then anything that I didn't know at the time was kind of like filled in with the documentary that
Yes.
that happened.
So this is what I was arguing with somebody, saying that the documentary was so much better because it was real.
Right.
It
was real. And the documentary did a great job in sort of portraying both sides.
Correct.
It gave you both sides and
100%.
said this is what happened. with this, and I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if this is accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, what happens is when you get these dramatizations,
Mm-hmm.
the dramatizations lead you to one side,
Yes.
and so it sort of like
It made fans. It created fans.
It plays to the one side of it without
Yes.
posing the other side.
Yes.
You know, I think the documentary should be enough to piss you off.
Yes.
You know,
I'm 100%
The
agreeing with you. It's
dramatization
fantastic.
of it, I think, to me it's unnecessary. But this is coming from somebody who, you know, we lived in New York. We know the story.
Yeah.
We've experienced it. We know what happens when you go into certain neighborhoods at certain times,
Yeah.
and
This
you know,
is true.
the lights have shined on all of us.
Right.
Woo-woo!
Yeah. Hey, nigga.
What are you doing here?
You ever see I used to watch what's the fuck? Damn, why am I fucked up?
'Cause
I gotta
you're
stop drinking.
hungover.
I gotta stop drinking.
You're not
I
gonna
drank
stop
a
drinking.
shitty fucking vodka last night that
A
was
shitty vodka,
360 vodka. I'm not drinking that.
a vodka that you don't know.
Yeah. And I knew it. As soon as I smelt it, I was like, this shit is bad. It
Y'all got
smelled-
some cheap shits,
and it was
you can
no,
pass
it was
around
like,
to
oh,
everybody
this
else.
is 360. It's made organic. It's this. It's all about the environment. Everything is eco-friendly vodka. But fuck you, 360 vodka.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you guys really fucked me up. And I knew I was out of my comfort zone. And I had Tito's. I brought, you know, it was a retirement party. My friend, Bo, shout out Bo Wright, good friend of mine, retired from MTA. 30 years, I think he did.
Wow, 30 years
Yeah,
MTA.
At that time. Man.
Nice.
Motorman.
Congrats to you.
Lives out in Pottsville, fucking PA.
Okay.
Middle of nowhere. And it feels like it. I mean, a one-horse town, like I mean, these are black people, like living in this poverty-hit town. It's like I mean, I wouldn't say poverty. Okay. You would say middle class because they all work, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And real estate's cheap, you know, and it's nothing there. There's no jobs, there's no markets,
Right.
there's no. I mean, if they all said to me the same thing. They said we just go to Walmart and come home. Like there's nothing to do in the town, so there's no support of local businesses. There's
Right.
no.
'Cause
It's
there are none.
drained. It's just drained. Like they took. Whoever took the money and ran. It's like they
Okay.
took the money out of the town and left. And it's like, man, this used to be a firehouse. This used to be a police station. I'm like, what, this is closed? Like, what do you mean? It's fucked up. And I was like, why do you like it here? Or, you know, I guess two sides of it. Nobody bothers you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But then the neighborhood is just filled with youth, you know, with kids. Nothing.
I
No
got
fucking
no shit to do.
nothing to do. They smoking weed. They fucking. So the other guy that was there. Oh, am I off track here? Oddly enough, I'm sitting there with one of the guys that his cousin or whatever else, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, dude, I know this guy from somewhere. Can't figure it out. So he says, no, you remember he came to the backyard party, whatever. And okay, that must be where I got it
Okay.
from. But then he keeps talking, and I was like. And then
Nah,
this not where I know him from. I know him from somewhere. And then he said, things are bad. Things are getting, Scragglers is, what he says, Scraggling business is booming. And I go, oh shit, he was the guy. Remember I was texting you from that bar it said the $2 Pabst Blue Ribbons.
Okay.
And the girl swinging on the swing, the
Uh-huh.
bartenders and all that stuff. The Iron Horse.
Okay. Yes.
Downtown or off of Water Street. I met him in there.
Ah.
And he, you know, he's one of those guys that just he's animated. He's got stories.
Uh-huh.
But he always had this. He would tell a story and they go, "Things are bad, but Scraggler business is booming."
How'd he show up? And
He's his cousin in fucking Pottsville, PA, for about 3 hours south of here, and about an hour away from Philly. So you don't go all the way down to Philly. I was like, "How is this possible? Like this is." He was like, small world, you know what I'm saying? And he's a funny fucking guy.
yeah.
So that I thought was funny. And he was like, shit, you found this place too? Like, this is in the middle. Fucking GPS don't even...
GPS
barely gets there.
GPS is scared to take you there. So
Yeah.
you really want to go here?
But a shame, you know, in America, you look at these towns like this and they're I mean, people are in every house. You know, it's a very populated city. And just south of King of Prussia, you know, King of
Yes,
Prussia
I know
is
King of Prussia. Yes.
booming. King of Prussia, condos,
Yeah.
high-rise apartments, stores,
Mhm.
coffee shops, all the gentrified,
Right.
really kind of cool place. And this fucking podunk town over here is just like, so everybody like drives 40 minutes, an hour to work. They
Right.
all commute.
Right.
It was just crazy to see this in modern America, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is, damn, if you looked at it any other way, it'd be almost poverty, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I mean, there's kids playing in the street with the diapers and I'm like, really? A fucking
Like, who's
pamper?
watching these kids?
Right. And kids looking at you like, where you going? Who you coming to see, nigga? Like,
Uh-huh.
damn, the fuck? Really, I mean, lovely friends and couple.
Right.
Thank God they're happy. Thank
Right.
God they're very like country. It's like,
So if it's like that, and this dude was a longtime MTA worker, he's probably above the cusp of what people are living at, right?
of course. So he's a king. There.
30 years MTA, and
He's a
he
king
was
there.
bringing home a decent paycheck.
He has a house here in Forest Hills. He has
Okay.
an apartment in Forest Hills that
Where
he's
he
had.
stays.
Yeah, where he lived all his life, I guess. And he married her and moved down there to her house. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yes.
It's
I mean,
supposed-
love.
it's supposed to happen the other way
I
around.
know. She will not leave. Listen, there were people I met last night that said they refused to cross the bridge that it's not even, it's like a footbridge. It's like a fucking, it's like a simple bridge. You have to go over
It's
a
not a
body
toll
of-
bridge. It's
No,
not the
it's not the-
GW.
no, it's not the Verrazano. It's not the fucking. They said they
It's
won't
a
cross.
walk to go get some groceries.
And they were like, we ain't going over that bridge. No.
What's
They ain't
gonna happen
catching
on-
me. They ain't getting me. And I'm
What's
like, I'm like, what? I'm like, you can't. You
It's the
can't.
village. It's
Yo, I swear to you, I'm texting my wife like, babe, because she didn't come, and I was like, babe, I think I found the middle of America. I think,
like the middle of nowhere.
yeah, this is like it. This is.
So what was over the bridge?
just the other side?
Just the other side.
The town.
Like you won't catch me
No.
going over there.
You won't catch
Because
me
that's progress. That's
over. Yes. Okay.
they got Wi-Fi.
Right. They have like services and shit. There's coffee shops.
you get a cup of coffee. You can fill it
Yeah.
and take with gas.
Oh
You can-
my gosh, these people were really. I mean, listen, I love my brother. I mean, he's a cool dude. I love his wife. She's. But now we used to always like she used to come hang out with us. Like she comes and hangs out, and we go to events and trips and also. And she'd just be like, I never saw this before. Like I never did this before. I never. This is fun.
Right.
I was like, okay, this is normal for us. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You almost take for granted
take for granted what's
the
around
stuff
us.
that is fun and easy for you that you
Right.
have and luxury, I guess called luxuries. And she was really telling the truth. Now that I've seen it, you know what I'm saying? But no shortage of happiness, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Still happy, though.
Still happy,
Mhm.
which is impressive, to not have much, or whatever
Right.
you have, it's yours, your house, it's clean, it's, you take
Well,
care of it. And
At the same time, if you're not willing to go over a footbridge to go to a different, then you must be content with what you have, because you probably have no concept of what is available to you.
what do they have over there? What's a Starbucks?
Like what, and this notion that is like that's gonna get you.
Yeah.
That's-
To me,
Ooh,
yeah.
you know?
To me, I was like, "What's gonna happen if you go over the other side?" And she was like, "I ain't going over there. Nope." I'm like, "Damn." And then the other one was like, I said, "Yo, we were talking about the party we have coming up at the Resort Worlds," and she was like, Quinn in New York. No, I can't go over there.
How old is this woman?
56,
So
something
a
like
middle
that.
age, woman.
Middle-aged woman on her second marriage, and and
You're
she's
right, that is a lot to
and
take for
she says, because I had my little Leatherman, my knife, I keep that with me all the time. It always comes in handy, like, and every time I don't have it, I'm mad. I'm like,
Oh,
shit,
damn it,
forgot
I should have
about
had
that."
it.
And everybody knows, they go, Chad, give me a knife. You know what I'm saying? It's not a fucking switchblade. It's a handy knife. It's a
Right.
tool. Some people get weirded out on the train sometimes. And, he's got a knife.
No, it's a leather, man.
It's a fucking
It's a
leather,
leather.
man. It's different.
Relax. Now, if
Yeah.
I need to use it as a knife,
I've
gonna be-
carried this on the plane, and
you're gonna be glad I have it.
and never got in trouble with.
No,
It's under, I guess, the four
It's
finger
one of the
thing.
things. Yeah, just
like a nail
I don't
file,
know. It's
isn't it?
like it's a couple.
But it's got fucking needle nose pliers. Like I could literally grab your nose and fucking take the cap.
do some
This
damage.
motherfucker.
Do some damage.
Not that I will. Okay.
Hey, you don't know.
We got two buzzwords here. We got NRA and Captain here.
we're
We're gonna watch
get
these
tapped.
guys.
We're gonna get tapped.
These guys are on the oath. They gotta sign
That's
these papers.
interesting, though. That's interesting. That
Very funny. Very
just,
funny.
like not like no concept of well, not even no concept, but just unwilling to. Now, what if now
Things are bad.
somebody? The drama is, of course, somebody comes from that side
Yes.
to this side,
Right.
to your side. What do you think that person is? Like this stranger in a duster that comes, that just comes,
Yeah.
just like, you know, what's he bringing? He's bringing them new fancy ideas,
Right, here he goes polluting us with all his big city stuff.
all them new fancy
So
stuff.
the
Paul.
only reason I wanted to go to this thing is because he comes to support
Mm-hmm.
everything we do. He's he rolls. He's from here. You know, his kids play basketball.
Does he still
together.
have his place in Forest
Yeah,
Hills?
he does.
So does he? When he was working, did he stay there?
Yeah, yeah.
So you stay
Oh, yeah.
there usually during the week.
during the week and then,
And then
go to PA.
when he was off, he would
and
go
then
to
it slowly, he was fading away from the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, was like, yo, I'm in PA this week. I'm in
Right,
PA.
right.
And then he slowly but surely kept staying out there. And his nephew, has the place here, so he can, So whenever he's out hanging out here, go right there.
Go right there.
and
Okay.
Crash out and then hit the road in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now I see why. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but wow, what a
We forget that there are a lot. There's a lot of people who, like you said, we take for granted.
Yeah.
Like we think that the way we live and what we experience is
Right.
like what everybody else experiences, and it doesn't.
no, it's not.
And it's not.
It's really not.
I remember when I came, when I was driving back from North Carolina, I stopped in this. I don't know if I told you the story before, but I stopped. I think it was in West Virginia.
Oh boy.
I got pulled over.
Oh my
So I was driving too fast. All of a sudden, all the stories came in my head. So, oh shit, this cop's gonna shoot me and all that stuff. Like that. Now, I couldn't have been a more pleasant gentleman, as say, hey, you're going too fast coming around there, and and he said, I wouldn't have stopped you, but you were like 25 over the speed limit. If it was 20 over the speed limit, it wouldn't have been a problem. I see you getting around that truck, so I got to give you a ticket. And okay, so fine. Yeah.
Nice.
So I end up stopping. Sun's coming up. I pull into a Waffle House. I like Waffle Houses.
Okay.
I like Waffle House. But I pull into a Waffle House, get some breakfast, talk, and it's like a stereotype of all small southern
truck drivers.
truck
in
driver
there,
stop.
Some
and
guy wearing plaid.
Everybody behind there is young female,
Yeah.
and one of them is 17 and pregnant, and so all of that.
2 teeth minimum. Like
Right.
2 teeth.
Order my food, having my coffee, drinking my coffee. One of the girls back then notices my tattoo. She asked me about the tattoo. Oh, that's a nice tattoo.
Okay.
Where'd you get it? I said I got it back home. Where's home? Home's in New York.
Right.
So, oh my goodness. Starts asking me a couple questions, and
Right.
then she asks me, "Can I ask you a question?
Oh, okay.
For sure.
This-
Do you guys think Al Qaeda's going to take over New York?" And not only did the question miff me, but when she asked the question, there were two people behind her working. They stopped what they were doing and turned around
Let's see what he says.
and listened for the answer.
I gotta hear what this guy
And I'm like, "Oh, you're serious?" Like that's a legit question that you're asking me. Damn. And I said, well, I mean, unfortunately, there's always going to be a couple knuckleheads, but as far as taking over, we're not really.
Right.
We don't think it's going to be a takeover. Right. There'll be a few knuckleheads, and we'll take care of the
What do they want?
knuckleheads.
What would they want?
But that, as far as taking over,
No. it's not gonna
no,
happen.
no. And they looked as if, like, I didn't know something.
He's one of them.
So maybe he's Al Qaeda.
Maybe he's a saying
Maybe
nigga.
he's Al Qaeda. You want some more coffee?
Oh boy, some of that.
So yeah, so you forget that
Yes.
people aren't influenced the same way that we're influenced. They don't have the
Yes.
same. They don't go through the same thing that we go through, and we have to understand that people come at things differently, and so you got to
Sure.
be a little bit patient with people when they don't want to walk over a footbridge or think Al Qaeda's going to take over.
Yeah. Well, even when you take this story international, there's tons of things that we take, we take for granted, like
Yeah.
fucking washcloths. Like
Yeah,
the fucking
Simple
people in
stuff.
Europe don't use it.
yeah. You
And
tell
I'm
me
like-
about that.
And I'm like, what the fuck? What do you? And they're like, washcloth. What do you do with that? Wipe your ass. Something. What do you guys do? Your hands? Like you put soap in your hands and wipe your ass and just
Uh-huh.
wash it? Mystified. oh, we'll use a loofah or you know,
Loofah bar,
yeah, like a loofah or the
like a
sudsy,
little sudsy.
the fluffer.
Oh, the
thing.
fluffer thing. Okay, yeah,
Loofah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
that
yeah,
loofah?
yeah. I've seen, yeah.
And then the other one's a sudsy.
One's a
or
bar.
It's really coarse, like a really
Yeah,
coarse sponge.
right. It's supposed to like.
That may work. I mean, but damn, I'm like,
Well, it's supposed to be soap though.
but you guys like nothing. Not even a. You don't call it something else. Maybe I'm just saying it wrong.
Uh-huh.
Like you just don't.
So nothing.
No.
Doesn't even. You can't go buy one.
I bought fucking dish rags.
Uh-huh.
I went to the fucking the fuck is the store? It's like I don't know. It's like our CVS. They
Right.
had
Right.
I said I get washcloth. They was like, no, we don't sell that here. I said, you sell towels. You sell.
Mhm.
I don't want a whole towel.
A small one.
I'll cut. I said the little one. I'll
But a
cut it
small
if I have
towel,
to.
a hand towel.
And then she was like, we got the dish mops. They call them dish mops, or
Mhm.
dish rags, or whatever else. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Give me one of those. It was white. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm washing my ass with a dish rag. Some luxuries, man. Even the hotels, look, they won't have it. And I fought somebody over it because I was doing the job in London for the Thompson Hotels, and I'm giving them the list, and
Mhm.
and I'm like, okay, you need this, you need towels, you need hand towels, you need plenty of washcloth. Washcloth. Fuck is this washcloth guy? Get this guy out of here.
300 washcloths.
What the hell are you talking about? Even the job I just did right now, this guy wants a European themed hotel, and I was like, please don't make the car. You're not in Europe. Put washcloths in. Fuck
Mhm.
the washcloths. They're only there one night or 2 nights.
Mm.
I said, come on, man.
That's interesting because on cruise ships they have washcloths.
Yes, which you would think, you know.
Yeah. But even
it's
though it's like an international clientele, and a lot of the
fucking weird.
things, a lot of the trips originate from Europe.
Well, it's true. Well, most of them are all like Philippine or fucking.
Yeah.
They're from all different countries.
Yeah.
You know? So a lot of them are like. I had a friend. He was on a cruise ship. I'm like, see you in September. Like,
But they're run by
Yes.
by hotel people. As far as like how the sheets used for the bed and
Right.
towels and shit like that, they're run by hotel people. So and if they're international hotel people,
Right.
who staff the place with washcloths and hand
Yeah.
towels and
Well, I guess it's a thing.
little foot thing you put down there, which
Listen, I told as a consultant, I told guys all the time. I said, listen, for every room you have, make sure you buy 1,000 fucking shoe mitts, right?
mm-hmm.
You know shoe mitt.
Yes.
So they like questioning me, and I was like, guys, it's a couple $100. It's not gonna kill you. It's not
Right.
gonna kill your budget. Buy them. You need them.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Wow. I said, because for every fucking place that doesn't have a shoe mitt, they will use the washcloth to wipe their shoes. You know what I'm saying? I got a
Mm.
meeting. I'm gonna just polish myself off.
Right.
And the washcloth is gone. You can't that black tar or whatever you
Destroys
get
the
on it,
washcloth.
it's done. When you try to wash it, the guy at the thing is going, nope, reject.
Mhm.
He's not gonna put it back out there unless you bleach the shit out of it, which most of them do. They sandpaper, fucking. I don't understand this. I mean, washcloths. As long as I've been in the hotel business 25 years, man, and
Western civilization, man.
Western civilization.
Tell you, when they wrote the Declaration of
He's
Independence.
gonna bring washcloths over here.
When they did the Declaration of Independence. Hey, look, we're having washcloths.
There needs to be a fucking amendment. I'm
Get
sure,
some
and it must include
washcloths.
washcloths. I just can't imagine, everyone just wiping it and you shaking people's hands. And, I just washed my ass.
Well, they used to shave. They use the same shit to shave, I guess. So what do you use to like?
Like the face rag, the hand towel, they use that. Like,
Use the hand.
but they don't put
but
it
they
in.
have the hand towel.
Yeah,
okay.
they don't take it in the tub. They don't take it and wash
So they
up
won't
with it.
use it.
I've done
okay.
that. It's awkward, but it's great to get your back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
okay.
You use the hand towel and you
Mhm.
can actually wash your back. But it takes up so much soap. It's so big, like,
Right,
and
right.
it's like flopping.
Yeah, you gotta change your bath routine. Like you gotta. I don't know if there's. I don't know if maybe it's a. See now, talking about that, I'm thinking about that damn Gillette commercial. You saw that? See that
I
Gillette
did not
commercial?
see it. So what was the big deal?
It doesn't seem like a big deal to
Yeah.
me, anyway. But I do have a couple questions because basically what it is, it's I guess it's a woman that transitioned to a man, and teaching him how to shave,
Okay.
and so, and that's all it was. Showing him how to shave, and then this person saying that now that they know how to shave, they feel like complete, like it's a male experience, and
Yes.
and all that stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
You know? So okay, fine, that's what it is.
Did they have to point out that it was a transgender? Like,
Well, they did.
They made
and
it a
that's-
point to
They made
point
it a
it-
point to point out that the person was transgender. But they didn't. And then I started thinking, well, didn't they come out with an ad before, basically saying that
it's a man's right. Or
masculinity is
right.
like, you got to be careful about your masculinity.
Right.
Like, don't like what toxic masculinity is. So now, so what is it? Like,
We're
is it
We're fucked.
I think we're trying to figure out. I think we're like introducing all this new shit,
Right.
and we're trying to like figure out where the navigation point is into this, so that we all can, like, we all know what to call each other. We all know what is and what is not
Right.
appropriate, and there are ways of communicating that we've gotten used to. That some people are saying, "Hey, you shouldn't communicate that way," and
Right.
if you're like me, you're saying "fuck you." You know, I'm not gonna stop communicating because you think I shouldn't communicate that
Right.
way. But no, this is the way you should communicate, and it's so. I think we're.
Jeez.
I'm hoping that in 20. What are we at? 2019?
2019,
Maybe like by
2020.
2100, maybe we'll figure all this shit out, and then somebody will look back in history and say, "Hey, remember that? I remember a time when they didn't know how to
Yeah.
deal with certain amount
Well,
of people
yeah.
and stuff." And so maybe that's where we're headed. And we're at the point where we're just trying to figure all of this shit out,
Jeez.
so that everybody can like be cool with one another. I remember I got a little fed up with hearing a lot of shit about what other people should and should not be doing, and I posted something on my Facebook page and pretty much said, "Hey, here's a tip about living in a free society: calm the fuck down,
Calm
number
down,
one,
yeah.
and just let
him
people be, let the person be,
Right.
But the end of that should be, but at the same time, you shouldn't be demanding me
to follow
to
your
follow your suit.
Right.
You go do your thing, and I'll let you do your thing.
Right.
But the moment you start dragging me and say, "Hey, you
This
need
is
to
the
do
way.
this,"
This is the right way to do it.
then I got a right to pull back.
Yeah.
It's
It's horrible.
it's like it's getting weird. It's
So everybody's HR now. Everybody's got
yeah, their own HR, and like you
Everybody's-
said, everybody's a thumb warrior.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Thumb thugging
everybody
fucking-
can thumb thug.
Yeah.
But then at some point you got to live it,
disgusting.
and
It's horrible, man.
I don't know. So it's like you walk on eggshells the whole
Yeah.
time.
Well, I can't help but say or think that, social media is the only reason for any of this, because it's so spread, like widespread.
Yeah.
Before you had to read about it in the paper.
Yeah.
You had time to. Your dad would explain it to you, or
Yeah.
your son. You'd explain it to somebody. You heard about it, and you heard about something at work. Then
Right.
you had to come home and talk to your family about
Yeah.
it, and it took time. Now everything is so.
Everything's like, here it is.
Yeah. Oh, that's old.
The
man.
hair. Oh, how you gonna do with these trannies?
That happened 4 hours ago. That's,
That's right, that's old shit.
Nigga, they just bombed the fucking building. It's
That's
just-
old shit,
Ah,
yeah.
that's old. That been happened. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, when did this happen? No, I'm so confused of. Like, this is the dog chasing the car thing. Like, I think we
Yeah.
constantly just chasing and barking at cars, and we
When
get
you-
it and we don't know what
we
to
get
do.
right,
with it.
exactly.
Yeah.
You get it. And you don't know what to.
What do you
don't know
get? What do you
with it.
win? You don't win anything.
Right.
You don't win any. There's no end of the journey here, and I don't know. It's sad though. It is sad. The thumb thuggers are really getting disappointing. I've really slowed down my posting.
Yeah.
For this, I do two bros and my shirts.
Yeah, your shirts.
And I just really
Every once in a while, you
slowed
put a
down.
picture up at work when you see something cool.
funny in the
Something
street.
cool.
The guy was laid out
yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously, red bottoms ain't for everybody. I just thought it was fucking funny.
I thought that was funny. When
And
I
there's
saw
a couple of cool moments that happen like that are real. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? But I just. I'm getting a little ornery with people's comments and people's,
Yeah.
like, everybody's like, you baller, you this, you that, you go, and I'm like, I'm fucking working for a fucking paycheck, man,
Mhm.
like everybody else, like,
Mhm.
so it gets a little exhausting. I think my wife was right in some motions to, limit the, slow it down.
I think you do got to pay attention to how much
Yeah.
you find yourself on.
Yeah.
Like I said, that
Screen time. Yeah.
those couple weeks that I was without a phone,
Yeah.
I realized how much time I spent with my face in the phone
it's
just
a
for
fucking waste of time.
bullshit. And then it's like it is a waste of time.
But when it's,
And it's more entertaining than anything else. It's,
right, I get it. Like, the train is the best time for me to use. Like,
Right.
I love being on my phone on the train,
Mhm.
and I can look for shit, read emails. I can do all of that stuff in one place. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but I agree with this law that they should try to stop people from in intersections texting but it should be it should not only be about technology. Reading a paper walking is just as fucking dangerous.
Just as bad, right? You're right.
Reading a book, it's great. You're reading a book, but not while you're fucking walking. Beep, get out of the fucking way.
Right.
So there's every distraction, not just. I hate the phobia of technology that forces people to blame technology for it.
Right.
A distraction is a distraction.
Now, would you include having a conversation with somebody a distraction? If you and I are crossing the street and talking, could you say that's a distraction?
Wow. Okay. Very tough. So I would say no. I would say no because you're alert and you're engaged. Although I hate trying to have a conversation with somebody that doesn't walk in the same pace. It's fucking annoying.
That's an annoyance.
That's fucking annoying.
That's an annoyance.
And the guy you can't catch up, and I'm like, dude. And it really shows you who's controlling the conversation. The guy walking at his pace, and you're trying to catch up.
And you're trying to catch up.
Or you're trying to, I'm like, well, my boss used to come in town, and I'm like walking behind him, and I'm scheduling appointments, and I'm like, oh, well, and he's just walking cool as
just
a fucking
doing his
fan.
thing.
What time are we supposed to meet him?
And you're like,
and I'm like, I think 3, and then we got, and then you got him at 5, and then you got dinner with this guy, and I'm like, fuck.
What would happen if you ever said, hey,
yeah,
slow the fuck down?
Right. Should have said that many times. You're
Will
right.
you slow down? I'm trying to give you some information here.
Right.
God damn it. Matter of fact, I'm going in here to get a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Should have done that several times. There's plenty of times where I've like sometimes I'm not sure he's paying attention. Yeah, he got blueberries at 2. And the guy goes, what? And I said, no, we gotta go Bradberries. He said, I thought you said blueberries. I said, blueberries? Oh, you're awake now.
What are you talking about?
We do that
I love doing that to people, like when people get frustrated and they just are venting.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you just I'm sorry, what? My bad. I was somewhere else. It was just
Dude, that's one of my favorite tricks on the phone when I have irate clients or customers. My buddy told me how to do this, and it works every time. What the fuck is that? The fucking thing? How long does it take? How come it takes 6 to 8 weeks? We're trying to build the hotel here. We're trying to. Oh, sorry, I was off the phone. What'd you say? Fuck, you didn't hear any of that? No, what'd I miss? Damn it! Because you can't get the steam back.
can't get the steam back, and sometimes you gotta let them just get that.
Get
the steam out. Just get the steam out, and just
Of-
don't take it personally.
Indeed.
Just let them go off about that thing, and you, I don't know, stir your fucking cup or whatever. just look at it. He's time
Yeah,
down
man.
here.
Sometimes you gotta.
Or meanwhile, you're gathering information. You're getting information. You get, oh, yeah, okay. Let me see. Make sure that's he's going on about whatever.
Right.
And then I'm sorry. What was that?
Yeah.
I was off. What's that? Oh, this. Oh no.
Oh,
we
no,
got we're doing this,
it'll be
that, and the
here.
other. It'll be there
It'll
fine.
be there all the time. Don't worry about it. No, that is something of epic proportions all the time. Drives everybody crazy. What was your conversations with Miles are pretty funny.
Yeah,
It's pretty weird. And he's like, yeah.
I got a cup of water with him too.
It's really funny.
It's like abstract shit that comes to my
Yeah.
mind when I'm like holding them. I'm like, oh, why am I just
What'd you say? You said something. People say that, but you said something. I don't know. What was the line?
People say they love wings, but they always leave so much meat on the bone.
Like, yeah. That's crazy. That's beautiful. Oh, man. I am sweating. I got
Yeah.
like a 360 sweat coming out.
You got
of me.
sweat. You need to
Vodka
get some water
sweats.
in you.
You know what?
You got shitty vodka sweat. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
good
the
vodka
problem.
sweats.
Yeah, and then I had some days in, these little roadside hotels, we just camped out at a hotel overnight and get on the road, be fresh. And, the whole purpose is this motherfucker wants to start drinking in the morning. I'm like, dude, we're getting on the road again.
We get on the road.
I thought the purpose of sleeping was so that we wouldn't
So
be
we could-
shitty.
Right.
driving. Oh, you're right. Yeah. I need a beer. Need a beer to wake me up. I was like, oh,
like, no,
boy,
no.
Let's get the fuck on the other side.
Let's
first.
hurry up and get out of here.
But these kind of free breakfasty type things, if they're poorly run and managed, they can be a little annoying, with the cereal all over and
Yeah.
it's sloppily kept, and that require when you let people do shit themselves, it requires you every 5 to 10 minutes coming in and
Somebody's got to
wipe it off.
It,
You
it's
just
got to be
gotta-
maintained. You
yeah.
can't just like let people
no.
do that because it'll be all over the
It's
place.
over at 10 and it's over at 9 anyway.
Right.
Let them fucking savages
Right.
have at it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, who put the fucking this spoon in that thing?
Exactly.
And
It
it
looks
gets really-
beautiful when it's set up.
Set up nice.
Breakfast is set up at 7.
Yeah.
At 7:05, it looks great.
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Yeah. The fucking waffle maker is fucking spinning
Looks
topsy
like a
turvy.
goddamn dinosaur
Yeah.
walked through here.
Yeah, with his tail just.
God damn it! Why's the milk over here with the? Oh, shit.
Yeah. And then it's like, so I try to get to those early, get my muffin, little fruits, something.
Get a little something in you.
Yeah, yeah. Had some oatmeal this morning.
Ah,
which
oatmeal's
really,
delicious.
which really I think accredited some, good slow down, good hearty and held me over.
Let you know everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
That's what oatmeal does.
Oatmeal's-
Oatmeal lets you know everything's
and
gonna be
brown
just
sugar.
fine.
Oatmeal and brown sugar is
Let
amazing.
you know everything's gonna be just fine. You're gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
Eat your oatmeal. Have another spoon.
Although if you don't get the right mixture, it's too thick, too watery.
Yeah, well, that's a matter. That's a
I
matter
put
of
butter in
taste.
my oatmeal.
Yes, butter and oatmeal
Really
is really
fucking
good.
good. Real
and
butter.
oatmeal is really good. I remember I was making oatmeal horribly for the longest time.
You didn't know how to do it?
Well, I was cooking it too fast.
Uh-huh.
And when you cook it too fast, it gets
It's
like
chalky.
really thick
Yeah.
and it gets almost chalky. And then I just thought that what oatmeal was.
Oh.
And then I realized, oh wait a minute, I'm cooking this like. Let me turn down the flame a little bit. Let the
Slow,
oatmeal
simmer.
slow a little bit, and it comes out nice and creamy and
Yes.
oh,
That's how I do my grits like that too. I used to cook them too fast.
Yes.
And
You
you
gotta
do
do 'em
grainy,
slow.
and you gotta do them slow, and get the nice
do this
little.
little quarter one mixture. Get the little pop.
Yeah, you get
add
the
your
little bubble.
cheese. 2 different cheeses. I usually make my grits with a combination of broth and either half and half or cream.
Really
Yes, make
Wow.
them nice and creamy.
nice.
Nice and creamy. And
Sounds-
then them cold grits in the morning.
Cold grits?
Cold grits in the morning.
No. I can't do
Oh,
I can't do
sprinkle a little sugar on them.
that. I can't do that.
Oh, it's like cream of wheat,
No,
man.
I can't. I don't like cream of wheat.
No, you didn't like cream of wheat?
No,
I used to love cream of wheat.
no. Never even had it. I don't think.
Yes, you.
I had it
cream of
once.
wheat. We've had cream of
I've
wheat.
had it once. Once.
We've had
in
those.
my-
We've had those little pouches.
I
You probably would. Okay, so maybe I
I'm gonna
ate
go
all.
with the no.
Maybe
You
I
ate
ate all
them
the
all.
cream of wheat.
that and farina and
No, none of that farina. I just because I don't know. I don't know who the fuck this was on this container. Like, who is this?
who is this guy? And why is he supposed to make me eat?
Right, exactly. Why does this want to make me eat stuff?
What if he's a transvestite now?
Could be.
The Farina kid, huh?
Could be like.
Like the Wheaties guy.
Mm,
Yeah, there's always a couple of opie-looking kids on boxes of cereals. And,
Yeah.
Like, hi.
So, yeah, exactly. Why does this make me want to make?
punch you? I wanna...
He's like, no, thank
yeah,
you,
indeed.
thank you very much. Why is this gay leprechaun on my box of cereal?
And the Rice Krispie Boys is 3 fuckers.
I know, right? Why, how come I don't see no women around here?
There are no women on cereals.
No,
Wait,
I can't think of any.
huh?
There's no women cereals.
Who'd have thunk it?
Cereal is a patriarchal hierarchy.
Chauvinistic
Oh,
business. You fuckers at
do you
General Mills
think?
got it wrong.
you can only have
Wait, there's
cereal
no
for men. I can't think of anything with the female.
Okay, Boo Berry, Frankenberry, Captain Crunch, King Vitamin, Pops, even the bees and Honey.
The only female I know at breakfast is Aunt Jemima
right,
and Mrs. Butterworth,
Mrs. Butterworth.
and
So-
she's fat.
They're pancakes and Aunt Jemima. Yeah,
So I can
Betty
think of-
Crocker cakes.
Yeah, but that's not a.
No, I know.
You don't
I-
attach an image to Betty Crocker.
Oh yeah, this is
You don't
true.
attach a
Yeah,
face to
this
Betty
is true.
Crocker.
Okay, this is true. Yeah, no no.
No face for Betty
Really?
Crocker.
No women on cereal? No.
No women for breakfast. But we want women cooking breakfast.
Huh. It's like fucking Johnny Walker did Jane Walker. Like they made a.
They did something like that, right? Like
Yeah.
Jane Walker.
So maybe this will be the new revolution. Somebody will come out.
Somebody
and
will
go,
have this.
We're gonna have fucking.
But what would you call it to make it like a
I just don't know.
like
Like
Cheerios, like Cheery V's, Cheery vaginas, or
Well-
whatever.
Well, I don't think that it was anything to do with the gender. I mean, it was
No.
right. So
No. I mean, you can make if you want to make it about the gender, you can. I mean,
Lucky
you can always
Charms. I mean,
you can always make it about the gender.
what? My Little Pony? I don't. What the fuck? I'm mystified by this, but it's not that big of a deal.
There's a wait a minute, isn't there a strawberry shortcake cereal?
I think they made it into a shirt.
There's a strawberry shortcake cereal
okay.
with like a little
Okay.
girl on the
Yes.
on the
Okay,
thing.
we got one. Okay,
There's a little girl on the
there
thing.
is equal rights.
But then I don't, why am I staring at this little girl in the morning? Well, I got a fucking Woody on, but I'm pouring some cereal.
Bitch is hot. Give me something to look at here.
This little girl? Oh my god!
Oh god, and their panties. That seems to be okay for some ads. Putting kids in underwear and
Yeah.
that's okay, but that's not okay if your mind is fucked up.
No, absolutely not. If your mind is fucked up, it goes somewhere. Which is why I think, and I don't know how my mind got down this road, but just like if you're gonna do this, like you should like directly, like no more of this subtle advertising shit.
Right.
So if you think that having a drink after work is a good thing
Yeah.
for you, then your advertisement should be a half-naked woman pouring you a whiskey and lighting your cigarette and then massaging your feet.
What?
Let's just go the whole fucking...
go the whole-
Just go
okay.
the whole route.
Not just walking down carrying your bottle.
Yeah, not just walking down. No, make her a borderline whore
Mm.
that's about to slob your knob as soon as you finish this whiskey.
Don't forget your bourbon.
Don't forget your bourbon.
Slurping and burping.
Slurping bourbon.
Damn.
Why that's a good name, Slurping Bourbon.
Slurping bourbon.
You know why we call it Slurping Bourbon.
Show the girl go down.
Ooh.
Wow, a full-on ad campaign here.
Yeah, we should advertise more straight up sex. We should have. I advertise the sex and legalize prostitution. Prostitution should not be illegal.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
It's two people making an agreement.
Yes.
With
With no headache.
little,
right.
it's it's not exploitation because
They said yes.
they've said yes and they're setting a price.
Right. And you
And
just make sure the
you're
age is
agreeing
appropriate.
to a service. Right.
And you're legally of age to make decisions
Right.
for yourself.
Right.
Well, it's no different than it's no different than being in a relationship. Why is that legal? It's legal.
It's the same. Right.
Right.
Right. You're
So we
you're-
go together, we have sex, and I gave you $200 for your car because
Right.
we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
And you dump me tomorrow because it wasn't enough. Is that process? I mean, did you pay? You paid really for all you got?
Right.
out
Do
of
we?
was the sex.
Was a contract broken?
Right.
Was
right.
it?
No. I mean, that could happen. Face
Right.
it. I've seen people be in weekend relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we go together. And we did it. It wasn't that great, or he's an asshole. I'm done with him. But he paid for dinner. He loaned you money for I don't know whatever.
In the Muslim countries, they have those shotgun weddings where you can like marry a girl for like 48 hours.
See how it works? It's like
No,
a trial.
basically you want to fuck her. But
Right.
but you're so like you can't just marry. You can't
Yeah,
just
you
like
can't
have
sleep
sex
around.
with somebody.
Well, that is true. And
You have these shotgun weddings
Yeah.
in which you marry somebody, you marry them for the weekend.
and you'll know after.
You get done with it afterwards.
Perfectly
And
legal.
give her some money. Say no, I was married. I've been married 9 times.
Damn.
That type of thing.
Perfectly legal. Oh fuck, man! All right, I gotta get out of here, man.
All right, man.
I need some food. I
Get
think
some
that's what I
food.
need. And see what my wife's gonna do.
Get some
Maybe
food.
Get some lunchies.
Some water.
Yeah, something like that.
That's right. I
All
got to
right.
prep for the week.
Yeah, you gotta prep your meals.
Yeah, prep for the week. Yeah. Prep
What do you
meals
do?
for the
Like little boxes? You have
I
a
do.
Cool kit.
I do. I
Something
make
like
not a kid, just Tupperware, just
Huh.
regular Tupperware. But
Do
I
you
make-
have random Tupperware, or you have all the same Tupperware?
This is all the same Tupperware.
Okay.
It's all the same.
You don't just
Tupperware.
use shit that came and you used and got it food. and
There's
you
a
ordered.
couple. There's a
Yeah,
couple
okay.
that I have that are like that. And
Yeah.
and yes, when I do like we order like Chinese or whatever, and
Yeah.
it comes in the plastic containers, I'll save that.
Yeah, of course.
And they use it for that, of course.
I don't know anyone that does not save those.
No.
They come in handy.
They do come in handy. You can buy. I didn't realize we just went to a party
Oh.
store
Yeah, we buy tons of
and
those.
I'd forgotten how cheap these things were. They're like 50 cents.
Yeah. No, that's why they give them to
It's
you.
like, oh my
That's-
god, this is
We buy those when we do our level 1 thing and we buy the big ones.
Yes, people can take stuff home.
Well, so we put ice in them, you know, so we give, 'cause
Ah,
we
okay.
do bring your own bottles, but we have them for ice. So when we just keep them and hand them out. Oh, I like this little tub. We put a little sticker on it,
Right.
whatever one, you know. And people, it's fun, you know. It's Chinese food, you get excited too.
Like, hey, they don't
I think
blend.
I actually want Chinese food right now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, party people, we're gonna get out of here. Two Bros Podcast, episode 65. God. Remember, try to have a blessed week, but more important, be a blessing to someone else.
Oh, fuck 'em.
Peace.
More.